Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So, in our today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the yield. So, this is the important term in the chemistry that what does mean by the yield. Basically, the word yield it's mean the production. So, yield is basically the amount of products that is made in a chemical reaction. So, the amount of products that is produced. For example, here we have the reactants A plus B and it is going to produce C plus D. Here A and B both are the reactants and they're going to react and the changes into the products. Now the amount of C and D or the products that has been produced from A and B, that amount will be known as the yield of this reaction or yield of these reactants. So yield is basically can be in high amount or high quantity, or it may be in the less quantity. It depends upon a lot of conditions around us, that what are the conditions, what is the rate of reaction, what type of reaction is it, type of reaction, and it depends upon the nature of reactants. So a lot of factors affect the yield of any chemical substance. So here we have the types of yield. Basically, there are three types of yield. The first one we have it is the actual yield. Actual yield is what you actually get in the lab and when the chemicals are mixed. So it is known as the actual yield. The amount of products that is obtained in a chemical reaction. So actual yield is basically is the real yield that is produced in a chemical reaction. So that's why it is named as the actual yield or the real yield. Next we have the second type, it is the theoretical yield. Now what the balanced equation tells it should be made. So basically theoretical yield it is taken from the stoichiometric calculations. So the yield that has been taken from the stoichiometric calculations or from the balanced chemical equations, it is known as mainly the theoretical yield that is related to the mainly calculations or related to the theory. And the third one we have the percentage yield that we can gain the amount of reactant reacted and it produced the products. So the formula we have it is the actual yield divided by the theoretical yield multiplied by 100. So basically it is a percentage yield, so we are going to react or multiply it with the 100. So this is mainly the yield and its three types. And the next we have examples of the yield. For example, here we have some molecules or some atoms in the red color and here we have three in the blue. Mainly it should produce three molecules like that, but the actual yield mainly we have it is the two molecules. What is the reason behind that? Yeah, actual yield is basically less as compared to the theoretical yield. Now, what can be the reason behind this? A lot of reasons are there. The first one reason we have there may be the side reaction in which the reactants are being used up and they produces less product. So this is mainly the big reason for this, or the second reason may be the reaction is incomplete. Not all the reactants reacted and changes into the product. So that's why the actual yield is always less than the theoretical yield. We can also find or prove it by the use of different examples. So, what does mean by the side reaction? Side reaction means here we have the reactant A plus B. It have to produce C plus D. For example, the first one it is 100% and it is going to produce the yield or the actual yield is 80%. Now, where is the remaining 20% of the reactants? So, it may absorb the impurities from the surroundings and we have a side reaction or the side products in the chemical equation. In this way, the actual yield is always less than the theoretical yield, and this is also known as the efficiency of the reaction. So, the percentage yield is basically known as efficiency of the reaction. So, with the help of the percentage yield, we can able to find the efficiency of the reaction. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope you guys understand about the yield. And if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section and I will get back to you guys soon. And the next topic we will discuss about the numerical problems of the percentage yield or how to find the percentage yield. For that time, you guys have a good day and Allah Hafiz.